Oh, oh God. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Gabe's here. This is the normal tank guide for Shaw of Pride. As usual, click on the annotations on screen if you'd like to see any other perspective guides or the full raid guide for more details. So let's get started. So the most important mechanic for a tank is Wounded Pride. And this is the basic tank swap mechanic for this fight. So you will need 2 tanks. The idea here is that Wounded Pride will be cast on the current tank on Shaw of Pride. And while it is applied for 15 seconds, any melee attacks made against that tank by the Shaw of Pride will cause the tank to gain 5 Pride. And Pride is the basic mechanic for this fight. Everyone has Pride bars they have to deal with. The lower your Pride, the better. So, as soon as Wounded Pride is cast on the current tank, the off tank at the time needs to taunt immediately. If you do this quickly enough, the current tank won't take any damage from melee swings while the debuff is active, and therefore won't gain any extra Pride. So try to get some form of raid warning or weak or whatever it is, so that you and your tank partner can quickly taunt off one another when Wounded Pride hits the other person. Now the next thing to watch for as a tank is self-reflection. And this is something that all the raid members really should watch for. But if you are stacked up with the raid, as you see here in the video, when self-reflection occurs, a large number of adds will spawn at the location of 5 random raid members. When these start to spawn, you have 2 seconds in which to move out of melee range of those spawn locations, or else you'll gain 5 Pride per add that was near you. So there you can see the reflection spawning. The entire raid waits for them to first appear, and then we move to the sides to avoid that damage and the Pride. So this basic rule applies to you as a tank as well. If you're stacked with a raid and these are about to spawn, wait for them to appear. Having nameplates on will help a lot to see that. And then you have 2 seconds to sidestep away from them before they come up. Once they've spawned, you can start to pick them up, try to tank them, AE them down, just like normal. It's pretty basic. Now, as mentioned, Pride is a core mechanic to this fight for everyone involved, and you are no exception. So anytime a player in your raid has 25 or more Pride, when the boss uses self-reflection, which is about every minute 15, this will cause an extra ability to occur. And in some cases, it means moving or interacting with that ability in some special way. So if a player has 25 to 49 Pride, and they're near you when Swelling Pride goes off, there will be a purple bolt that will land. After 3 seconds, it will hit anyone within 5 yards and give them 5 Pride. So watch for that and make sure you sidestep it to avoid it, similar to what you do with reflections. If you have 50 to 74 Pride yourself, when Swelling Pride goes off, you'll need to watch for a little projection, which is like a blue circle on the ground, and stand inside that location. After 6 seconds, an explosion will hit that area, but if you're not in that, it will hit the entire raid and give everyone 5 Pride. So if you have 50 to 74, make sure you watch for that. If you yourself have 75 to 99 Pride, you're going to have Aura of Pride applied to you. And this means that you'll deal massive damage and Pride gains to anyone within 5 yards of you yourself. So if you have 75 to 99 Pride, stay far away from the raid, pretty much opposite them as a tank, and you should be okay. And if you reach 100, something went terribly wrong, you'll be charmed, and you'll die, pretty much. So, that. Lastly is the Manifestation of Pride, which is an add that will spawn along the west wall, one at a time. And if you are not currently tanking the Shaw of Pride, if you're the off tank at the time, you can freely move over and melee to help your DPS attack that and kill it off quickly. Feel free to interrupt its bolt casts whenever you can as well. And otherwise, once it dies, you can get back into normal melee position. And I think that covers it. So that's the normal tank guide for Shaw of Pride. As always, good luck, and thanks for watching.